Before the world saw him as a genius billionaire, Bill Gates was just a young man who once fell deeply, hopelessly in love. It wasn't with fame or success, but with a woman who understood his silence, his dreams, and his loneliness. Her name was Melinda, a quiet girl with soft eyes who believed in him even when the world didn't. They met during a small computer event long before Microsoft became a household name. Bill was still struggling, building code lines late into the night, surviving on coffee and determination. Melinda would often bring him food and sit beside him while he worked. "You'll change the world one day," she used to say. He'd smile faintly, eyes still on the screen. But behind that smile was fear. Not of failure, but of losing her, because Bill's mother had already chosen someone else for him. A woman from a wealthy, influential family. "She can help you grow in business," his mother said. But Bill didn't want a business deal. He wanted love. One night, after a heated argument at home, Bill sat by his window, tears in his eyes, whispering to himself, "Why is it so hard to choose between love and duty?" Days turned into weeks, and the pressure kept growing. His mother was firm. She wanted him to marry the woman she thought was right for their reputation. Bill's heart, however, belonged to Melinda. He met her secretly at a small cafe, away from cameras and curious eyes. That night, rain poured heavily, and Bill sat quietly, holding her hand. "Maybe love isn't enough," he said softly, eyes trembling with pain. Melinda smiled through her tears. "Then make it enough, Bill. Don't let them take your happiness." But deep down, Bill knew he couldn't fight his mother forever. She was the woman who raised him, the reason he had the strength to dream. How could he go against her wishes? The next morning, he packed his laptop and his heart together and left the city for a while. Those weeks were the loneliest of his life. He worked endlessly, hiding his emotions behind lines of code, building Microsoft brick by brick, while his heart shattered quietly. Every time he closed his eyes, he could still hear Melinda's voice saying, "I'll wait for you." But time doesn't wait, and neither did destiny. His mother arranged the engagement, and Bill attended silently, his eyes dry, but his soul crying. Years later, when success surrounded him and the world called him a legend, Bill Gates often looked back and wondered what life could have been if he had chosen love over duty. He once confessed in a rare conversation, "The hardest decisions in life are not about business, they're about people." His mother had passed away by then, and his empire had grown beyond imagination, but the emptiness never left. One rainy night, sitting alone in his office, he opened an old drawer and found a photo. Melinda, smiling, holding a small flower. He touched the picture gently, whispering, "You were my peace when I only had chaos." Outside his office window, raindrops fell just like that night years ago. When love and destiny stood face to face, Bill smiled weakly, realizing that even the richest man in the world can't buy back the moments he once lost. The world saw him as the man who changed technology, but only he knew the price. The woman he couldn't keep. He built Microsoft for the world, but in the process, he lost the only person who built his heart.